What's up, friends? It's Volt Firecore. Welcome to a little update video. It's more of just a talking about the recent balance changes for Pokemon Showdown, since, they were posted today, so I thought I'd make a video on it. So we're on Smogon's official Twitter page. This is how I get all the information, since I don't have a Smogon account yet. For some reason, I don't know why I don't have one. But this is the most important one, as you can see right here. They suspect tested the legendary Pokemon Dracovish. And luckily, people made the right choice, and they Peterson, the fucking stupid fish, out of OU. There's his ugly-ass face. That thing was so stupid. You had to build your team around it. I just literally stopped playing OU and did National Decks because I just hated that mon so much. Now all they need to do is get rid of Clefable, but still, Jesus Christ. But I am so glad they got rid of that. It makes me so happy. But, yeah, that's not the important thing. They got rid of that Pokemon since it was suspect tested. Yeah, there were 205 people who voted, and most of the people said that it was too broken, which I can fully understand. This thing is so strong. Even if it's not very effective, it's like a one-hit KO on most things. Scarf was the most viable set, but if you had, like, a band, oh, dang, you better not try to switch anything in that doesn't have Water Absorb, or you're just going to get O-code. But, yeah, let's go to the other thing, since that's the main focus of the video. Alright, so first we're going to start off with the usage stats. Let me move this to the top since that's kind of in the way. Now, as you can see right here, the usage stats does not uncover OU since they had their own little thing, since OU is the most prevalently played. So this is everything from Little Cup to Ubers, which most of these I don't do much in besides the 4 middle ones. So let's just start with Little Cup. So this is the top 10. OU, I'm pretty sure, goes from the top 33 most used mons. But yeah, Little Cup here. Let's start off at the bottom. I don't know anything about this, so Galarian Ponyta, Spritzee, Ponyta, Chinchou, Diglett, Ferroseed, Pawniard, Onyx, Timber, and Volbeat. Like, cool. I've never played any kind of Little Cup. I'm just not really good at it, and I don't really understand how it's played. But it looks pretty cool. But as you guys can see, Volbeat, Jesus Christ, that thing got like a higher usage stat than Clefable. Like, Mandibuzz is already really annoying with its insane physical attack. So that's kind of funny. That is absolutely insane. But now let's get inside of PU. PU is something I understand and I play quite a bit. So here's Basculin at number 10. I love Basculin. Adaptability is just such a good ability. It makes it so you just have 2, instead of 1.5 for stab damage, it's 2 for stab damage. It's not as good as it is on Crawdaunt, since Crawdaunt has 2 types, being dark and water. Basculin only has 1 type, being water, but you can still fire off crazy liquidations. No, does it have waterfall or liquidation? It has one of those 2 and Aqua Jet, and it can just OHKO things, since PU's a pretty frail tier. But then we have Savali Poison. Personally, I like using like Savali Grass and Savali, what are the things inside of PU? I'm pretty sure Savali Fires instead of NU now. I don't know, I use some Savalis. But yeah, Savali's an awesome Pokemon. It's a really cool dude. And it's kind of funny to see him like all throughout the tiers. I'm pretty sure instead of RU or NU, there's Savali Fairy. And because Fairy's a broken type, you can do quite a bit with it. And I'm pretty sure Savali has the strongest Fairy type move in the game or something. Yeah, because his multi-attack moves turns into a 120 base power Fairy type move, which I think is the strongest Fairy type move, since it's like Play Rough and then multi-attack Fairy. I'm not sure. It's like a physical Draco Meteor, but a Fairy type move. That's insane. Number 8, we have Throw. Everyone uses this thing. You can just circle throw people out. Always really annoying. Gutsmon's really strong. Crustle. I didn't know he dropped, to be honest. I always use him instead of like RU and NU, but, you know, whatever they want to do. He seems to be rising up inside the ranks. He's an awesome mon. Sturdy with Shell Smash. He also has weak armor. So what I used to do, wait, does he have weak armor? I'm pretty sure he does. So what I kind of like to do with them on is go for a Shell Smash, have weakness policy on, and I'm pretty sure he has weak armor, so that raises his speed up. So if they don't have Sucker Punch, it's kind of a full sweep, but most Pokemon have Sucker Punch. Then we have Phalanx, a really awesome mon. Really surprised it's in PU, since when I first started playing, it was like a full RU mon or an NU mon, because it's a signature move, No Retreat, which makes it so you can't leave the battle or switch out, but it raises all your attacks. No, all your stats is very strong, and it has some pretty good coverage. Like I'm pretty sure it has Rock Slide, Close Combat, Poison Jab, and Zen Headbutt, something like that. Really strong mon. Hitmontop, never use this thing. Poniard, it's a good defiant Pokemon if you really want to deal with webs or Stealth Rocks in PU. But there's another mon that's pretty good at doing that, which is number 1 inside of PU. But I'll get to that. Then we have Mawile at number 3. Now I remember last month or the month before, Mawile was like by far number 1 since Ninjask was running through it. Luckily he got banned to NU since you could literally just like Swords Dance, get a speed boost, protect, and then you have +2 speed, +2 attack. You outspeed everything. You could just kill everything. It was broken, and I'm so glad they got rid of it. But Mawile's dropping, as you can see by the red arrow. Then you have Manectric. It's raising inside the ranks, rising. And then, oh boy, Mr. Rhyme. I knew this thing was going to be good inside of PU. I knew it. So he has the screen cleaner ability. So whenever he comes into battle, screens, light screen, Aurora Veil, everything, phew, gone. Just totally awesome. You can do heavy duty boots on him and rapid spin. What I like to do is freeze dry, psychic, slack off for healing, and then rapid spin. It's a really strong mon, and I knew he was going to be broken. NU, probably my most least played tier. So I don't really have much to say about this. Abomasnow, don't know anything about it. Toxicroak, nope. Drampa, pretty strong with Choice Specs. Eldergoss, nah. Clefairy, I hate Clefable, so I want to see this thing suffer. Please, put Clefable and Clefairy in Ubers. They both deserve to just be out of the game. Well, if they still have Teleport. If they don't have Teleport, I'm fine. But then we have Sandaconda, awesome mon. Sandspit's pretty cool. It has Coil, Palossand. Nope, don't know anything about those. Yeah, I don't know NU. I really don't. But yeah, let's move on. Have Braviary. Haven't used it, but I hear it's pretty good. I see a lot of people using it instead of VGC for some reason. Probably has some crazy ability or something. Does it have Defiant? Pretty sure it does. No, I think it has Justified. One of those two. So it raises attack with one of the things. Passimian, I'm pretty sure that is a Defiant user. So that's pretty cool. Zatu, awesome Magic Bounce. Rotom Mo. Personally, my favorite Rotom, like I like using Rotom Fan quite a bit and Rotom Heat. But Rotom Mo is like super cool looking, and I like Nasty Plot Leaf Storm. It's really strong. Vileplume, it's a chlorophyll sweeper, I suppose, since there's a lot of weather in RU for some reason. Then we have the Vileplume. No, I already said Vileplume. Snorlax, tanky. Salazzle. I used to like Salazzle quite a bit since it looks sick, but now people just go for Protect, Toxic, Flamethrower, and Substitute, and they just toxic me to death. And the corrosion ability makes it so I can't switch in my steel types or my poison types. I just get really sad. Okay, then we have Steelix. Never used it. Vaporeon. My preferred Pokemon to take out Dracovish, but luckily it's gone now, so that's awesome. Charizard. Yeah, it's kind of broken. It's broken all the way through. I see this thing everywhere with heavy duty boots on, solar power, just crazy damage. Yu Haxorus is at the top, being the king. A lot of good mons. I'm glad Pangoro and Golisopod are doing their thing. Yep, all look standard to me. It's awesome that Sylveon's there since that thing is super slept on. I love using that thing. It's so cool. And then Ubers. I have nothing to say about this. I have never played Ubers in my life. Please, guys, please. If you're watching this video and you're new to the channel, give me an Ubers team and tell me how to play Ubers. I don't get it. I just don't know all these Pokemon. I don't know what they do. Instead of like a normal playthrough, I never use these Pokemon. I just put them into the box because I want to use my team of OU Pokemon. I don't want to use Ubers. But as you can see, like Tyranitar's like in Ubers, which is pretty crazy. Melmetal, I know he is like chucked into Ubers, but put him in OU, please. Just put him in OU. He deserves to be in OU. He's not that strong. He's a clef killer, please. But Zacian Crowned is obviously crowned king of Ubers with a 55.85 usage rate. Almost as big as Volibee, which is kind of funny. But let's move on to OU, the one that I play mostly. Alright, we're here on OU. So let's talk about the legend OU itself. So I just want you guys to know I haven't been playing this as much since National Dex is like the only thing I've been doing. Since, well, to be honest, Gen 7, I sucked at the game. The only Pokemon I use is Scolipede. I use Swords Dance, Protect, Speed Boost Scolipede, and I just, that was all I did. I tried to get a full sweep, and that was all I had fun with. But now since I'm actually playing competitively, I'm like revisiting National Dex or trying to play like Gen 7. Unfortunately, Gen 8 isn't that fun for me, but let's check out the usage stats regardless. So starting at the bottom, we have some of the obvious ones. Pretty sure all these Pokemon are OU except a couple UU mons thrown in there. And then that mon. But let's start off with number 33, the Alolan Ninetales. Awesome Aurora Veil setup. It makes sense why it's there. It's kind of annoying to go against since Aurora Veil just cuts all damage in half. But if you're running like a rain team or something, or any weather team, you can just invalidate it, which is pretty funny. And then the legend, which I will get into later, Shuckle. I'm not going to spoil anything. Just keep Shuckle into the back of your mind. Hatterini, Trick Room. It's really strong, pretty tanky. It can live hits and do a bunch of damage. Hawlucha, use it all the time. Jirachi, Flinch King. Grimmsnarl, makes sense why it's there. Now, I'm really glad that Primarina is like sitting comfortably over here since that thing, it's so strong. You can do Throat Spray, you can do Specs. If you want to be a weirdo, you can do Scarf, which I rarely see, but you could do it. It is such an awesome mon. Water Fairy, like a weird siren. It's such a cool looking mon. I love this thing. And that's why it was my favorite starter in Gen 7, even though I picked Decidueye since I was kind of edgy at that time. Then Mimikyu, which personally I do not think is that good. Like, its ability is awesome. Like, absolutely awesome. But the thing can't do any damage if it doesn't get a Swords Dance up. Which, it can get a Swords Dance up for free due to its ability, but then its ability becomes useless, so you're kind of just, like, wasting an ability just to get a Swords Dance off. Like, sure, it can do a bunch of damage, but, not the most top tier. Tyranitar, really glad it's still chilling in OU. It's too strong for UU, and, making its way through, Ubers, which is fun. Tarak, I never use Tarak. I know it's one of the fastest mons in the tier, but I never really got my hands around it. Gengar, it's been good almost every single gen. Now, okay, these next two mons are two mons that I use very frequently since they're really awesome. So we have Kyurem first. Kyurem's awesome. Specs, it's so strong. It is absolutely super strong. Whenever I'm hitting someone, it's just like clean damage. It feels good to hit them. You also have Freeze Dry, Ice Beam, Earth Power, I'm pretty sure, like Draco. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the attacks it uses. But it is so strong. It does so much damage. And you can even do Scarf if you really want to be that kind of guy. And then we have the Cinderace, another awesome mon. Whenever I play OU, this is one of the mons that I use most often just because I really like it as Choice Bandit. Choice Bandit is super strong. Literally just Adamant Nature, Max Attack, Max Speed, Pyro Ball, U-Turn, Sucker Punch, and HJK. Literally just slap all those on, and of course make it shiny since its shiny is pretty fire. It is super strong. I love this mon so much. And if you want, you can even do a Heavy Duty Boots Court Change set, which personally I'm not a big fan of since like Court Change, it works vice versa. So like it switches the hazards over to their side if it's on your side, but it also switches it to the, yeah, it's like a reverse kind of thing. I prefer just to run like Rapid Spin or something, since it's a little bit more convenient. Since if you have a Court Change Mon, usually you don't want to run Stealth Rocks on your own team, or else you might have to just switch them back and forth. So it depends. The Mandibuzz, always tanky. Physical Wall, pretty crazy. Anything with Foul Play, I think is really strong. Since there's a bunch of noobs out there that are just gonna keep mashing Swords Dance on you, and you're just gonna be chipping damage, and they're gonna be screaming at you inside the text like, "Bro, how are you doing so much damage to me, man?" And I'm like, "Dude, read the description." Mew, I'm pretty sure the Body Press Cosmic Power set by Pokeaim has been like everywhere, like literally everywhere, which is fun. But I don't really know how to feel about it. I get destroyed by it every single fucking day I play. It is used a lot for some reason. Cloyster, the Mon that has given me so much trouble, is well, it's a fine Mon. Like, I think the whole King's Rock thing is kind of cheap, since, flinching someone to death always gives you a sense of saltiness, since, you had a chance to live. It's not like a guaranteed OHKO, like, oh, okay, I switched my Pokemon in on that, I accepted I was going to die. No, having your Toxapex or your Ferrothorn slowly whittled down by getting flinched 8 times in a row feels bad. But it's there, so you gotta live with it. Conkeldurr, like I said, Guts, always good. Togekiss, same thing as Cloyster, almost called it Shelter. Togekiss can just flinch someone to death because it has Serene Grace, but I still don't rely on it that much, since it has, other things it can do, like a Trickmon. Nah, never mind, it just flinches someone to death. Alrighty, few Mons that I just don't use. Oh yeah, also, yeah, I don't use Hippowdon, and I'm not a big fan of Komo-o, but they're very strong. Komo-o can get up the sand. No. Hippowdon can get up the sand. Komo-o can do the whole belly drum thing. Well, it has the belly drum set, the sub belly drum, then it has the Iron Defense body press set, then it has the special set, and then it has like the that one crazy no. I don't know all the sets. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Yep, like I said, Hippowdon, really good setter for Sandstorm if you want to use a sand team. Personally, I prefer Tyranitar, but it changes back and forth. Every once in a while, I want to use Hippowdon since I like the tankiness of it, and other times I want to use Tyranitar for the brute force of it. Rotom, really good Rotom. You can't be mad at Rotom. It's always a good Mon. It's always fun to use. Levitate, with a Pokemon that's 4 times weak to ground, is really awesome. Unless you have like a Choice Band Mold Breaker Excadrill, which always just ruins your day. Hydreigon, I'm really glad it has Flash Cannon. It's always fun to Flash Cannon things. It makes sense why it's 12. I see this thing all the time. Life Orb, Choice Specs, Choice Scarf, Nasty Plot. You can pretty much run anything on this, and it'll be good. Toxapex, I hate it. I hate it so much. It's really stupid, but luckily there are enough Mons inside of OU to deal with it. But it's still really annoying. Luckily, people aren't doing the whole stupid, toxic, baneful bunker shit they were doing back when I first started playing. Now they're doing like Haze, Scald, Knockoff, Toxic Spikes or something. Since Toxic Spikes they deem better than a normal Toxic, which is debatable. Like, sure. Well, actually, now they both have their weaknesses. Heal Bell for one and Defog for the other. But, okay, now let's move on to number 10. The Mon that no longer resides inside this tier. Clap it up, everyone, please. Please, clap it up. The annoying Mon that everyone used when the game first came out. They thought they were funny. But, no, they just made me very sad on the inside because this Mon is way too strong for its own good. Strong Jaw plus a move, which gains like 150 base power if it hits first, which is Stab, on a Pokemon with an insane attack and a decent speed with Choice Scarf. It makes it broken. I don't know what Game Freak was thinking, but they made this ugly-ass Mon fucking broken. Insane. Bisharp. It's one of the most hype Mons. If someone just wants to go for a Defog, sure, let him do that. But you're going to get ×2 speed, and then you're going to Sucker Punch him or you're going to call their switch out on your Sucker Punch and SD again, and then they're really going to be scared. And slap some black glasses on that or an expert belt, and you're going to be taking out some teams pretty easily, unless they have like Mach Punch. Then you're going to be having some trouble. On to Seismitoad. Now, Seismitoad is only up here because Dracovish is here. So, unfortunately, Seismitoad. Everyone, please join me in prayer for Seismitoad, the Mon that is unfortunately going to slowly but surely drop down in usage, probably down to like NU or something. Since it's really not that good of a Mon, it was only good because it could come in on Fish's Rend, set up rocks, or Toxic, or Scald, whatever it wanted to do, and that was cool. It was really cool. But now that Dracovish is gone, forever, into Ubers, is either Seismitoad's going to have to get risen up and used instead of Ubers, which will be absolutely hilarious, or it'll have to drop down instead of a lower tier since it's not used that much. Alright. But then we have Aegislash. I only see specs. Like, I have not seen a physical attacking Aegislash in, like, months. Everyone uses specs. It is absolutely, like, insane. It does so much damage. Shadow Ball, Flash Cannon. You could even run Steel Beam if you want to, like... I'm pretty sure it Oko's Clef, so that's some tech if you want to use it. Ferrothorn. I have nothing to say for this. This Mon has, like, everything it needs. Insane attack, an ability... No, not insane attack. Insane defense. In an absolutely insane ability that you can pair up with Rocky Helmet and just make any Pokemon trying to do any kind of U-turn tactics take like 25% of their health. So that's pretty fun. Ferrothorn's always been good. I don't think he's going to drop down. I'm glad that he's inside this gen, since it's good for U-turn spam, I suppose. But yeah, it's good. I like it a lot, but it's just I don't use it that much since it's not in my game plan. But on to a Pokemon that is inside my game plan. Excadrill. The master of drilling people down and messing with people with Sandrush or Mold Breaker. Oh, man. So this Mon, one of the few Mons I've actually, I'm pretty sure it's the only Mon people use for Sandrush. Yeah. So it's kind of equivalent to Swift Swim and Chlorophyll. Well, it's exactly the same thing. But this Mon already has a base, like, pretty high speed. So it's really fast. It gets like to 600 speed. And you can even pair that up with Rapid Spin to make it even faster. And then Swords Dance. And then Focus Sash. And then you're going to just destroy everything. This Mon is just... I don't see a reason why he can't be good. I'm pretty sure instead of Gen 5, he was chucked instead of Uber since he was just that broken. But that's pretty much because weather was infinite. So if you brought in rain, the rain wasn't going away until you brought in another weather setter. So if you took out the opponent's like Pelper or something, and then you brought in your sand setter or your weather setter, well, then they're not going to have any weather, and then your Excadrill is going to be ×2 speed for the rest of the damn game. So that's pretty fun. I'm glad they nerfed that, and I'm glad I wasn't a part of that. Corviknight, this thing is just... I understand what they wanted to do, but I'm really glad that a Route 1 bird, like, yeah, a Route 1 bird Pokemon actually is, like, usable. Like, I don't remember the last time one was usable. Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3... Actually, I'll take that back. Instead of Gen 6, Talon Flame was really good because of Gale Wings, but it got eaten up by Stealth Rock. Corviknight, on the other hand, it can just defog, it can run Body Press, which everyone uses these days for the Bisharps and all that. It is a extremely strong Mon. Very strong. I like this Mon a lot. Even though it's a little whack to use, since I see a lot of people doing pressure stalling. I am not a pressure staller. I have never attempted to PP stall someone in my entire life. Actually, I take that back. When I played PU for the first time instead of Generation 8, I had a Pyukumuku versus a dude's entire team, and I just kept soaking him and toxic him, and I ended up PP stalling him, which is pretty funny. But forget that. Okay, on to the top 3. We have Dragapult, Zeraora, and Clefable. Dragapult was number 1 for a while since he's super fast, super strong. Everyone's been using special. Well, actually, that's been like the past couple months. No one uses physical anymore, since people want to rely on a good special move. Since for some reason Game Freak decided to not give him Shadow Sneak or Shadow Claw, they gave him Phantom Force. Phantom motherfucking Force. Which is fine, but it's not amazing. It's like strong, but no one wants to use like a fly or a dig. It's easy to like predict or something. Especially if they have a normal type to switch in on. But it's really strong, and I have no reason believing this thing is not going to stay in OU for the entireness, in the entireness of Sword and Shield. That's going to be there. It's a strong mon. But here's a mon that I was not expecting to be number 2, Zeraora. Now, Zeraora is an awesome mon. Definitely the fastest mon inside the entire tier. Well, actually inside the entire, the fastest mon in the entire tier. There are a few UU mons and OU mons and, NU mons and stuff. Like Ninjask and Excelgor, I'm pretty sure are faster, but they can't do anything to Zeraora, so it's fine. Yeah, Zeraora has the highest base speed inside the entire game, and he has a lot of tech he can use. He can use a bulk up set. He can use a leftover set. He can use a grass knot set for a Seismitoad. If he really wants to, he can use a special set, which people have actually been using quite a bit. It's like Thunderbolt, Calm Mind. Does he learn Nasty Plot? I'm pretty sure he only learns Calm Mind. But I'm pretty sure with like a max, modest max special attack, it can OHKO Seismitoad. But we don't have to worry about Seismitoad anymore since he's going to be slowly dropping down there. But it's a strong mon. Plasma Fist is like Earthquake, but electric, so that's good. And then Clefable, I don't want to touch on this thing. It's not as bad as it was before, since it was like 47 last time or something, but almost having like 50 still is kind of worrisome. Luckily, this thing has dropped a little bit, but still. Wish, Protect, Teleport, Moonblast. Ooh, absolute demon spawn, which makes my gonads shrivel up every single time I think about this mon coming in, going for the aromatherapy, going for the wish, teleporting out. Oh, the extra drill, which was at its focus sash, is now at a very high amount, and the sand's up, so now you die. It's fine. It's not fine, but I've learned to outplay it a little bit. My outplay is pretty much just not playing OU. It's fine. So we did the usage stats, so let's move on to the final thing I'm going to do. And that is going to be the drops and raises, or tier changes. That kind of rhymed there. But I'm going to go through all the Pokemon that dropped and rose and all that kind of stuff to higher tiers. Alright, so let's talk about this from the lowest to the highest. Do I want to do drops first? Yeah, sure, let's do that. Let's start at the bottom. So to PU to ZU, so this is a Pokemon that went from trash to uber trash, we got Persian, Pincurkin, and Alolan's Slowbro. Yeah, Slowbro. So, I forgot that Pokemon's name. It doesn't matter. It's no, not Alolan, Galarian. It's that thing that came with the DLC, and you can evolve it if you buy the DLC or something, which I have no interest in doing. I'm just waiting for the DLC to come out so I can use it on Showdown. But I never used any of those mons besides Pincurkin. It doesn't matter if he's inside of ZU. People are still going to use him for the Electric Surge, because I'm pretty sure he's the only Electric Surge mon. Yep, he's still usable. NU to PU, so these Pokemon all drop down a tier. It's pretty funny on how Galarian Mr. Mime was actually a tier higher than Mr. Rhyme, the Galarian evolution of this Pokemon. Wait a minute, back inside of like when I talked about the tiers and the usage rates, when I did PU, did I call that thing Mr. Rhyme or Mr. Mime? I meant Mr. Rhyme if I said that, so yeah, it doesn't matter. But a bunch of Pokemon got dropped down. Corsola. Jeez. Farfetch'd, Golurk, Miltank? What's this thing? Yeah, Miltank, right? Or something? It's the Melmetal pre-evolution. I remember this thing actually used to be like RU or something. Like, I know Melmetal was like Ubers, but this Pokemon still sucks. He's bad. But they dropped him down the PU, so now he's usable down there. So that's fun, I suppose. Yeah, then we have some other Pokemon like Stunfisk and Galarian Rapidash. Galarian Rapidash is a little bit worrying since I see that thing clearing through a bunch of teams with like Play Rough and a Swords Dance, so, it could do something. RU to NU, bunch of Pokemon which don't really mean too much to me except the Avalugg. That's like the only thing that scares me greatly. That thing was such a wall. I'm actually pretty sure that was UU for a bit. Now it's all the way down to NU. Jesus Christ. If this thing drops down to PU, okay, there's no way it can. No way in hell. But that thing I'm pretty sure has like the highest defense besides like Shuckle. Speaking of Shuckle, we're still gonna be talking about him. But Avalugg, there he is. Bolton, no one uses him. At least what I see. He's not that good. At least inside the previous tier. He might be better inside of NU. Girder, yeah, that's fine. Mr. Hungry? What the fuck is his name? Morpeko, sorry, Jesus. I think that thing could be pretty good. It has some strong choice band sets. Rotom and then Savali Steel and Ghost. Glad to see the Savalis dropping down since I like using them inside the lower tiers. RU to NUBL. I didn't know Kingler dropped down. I'm actually pretty sure he rose up to RU, but he was kind of bad in RU. So now he's back instead of NU, like BL, so he'll probably drop back down to NU because he wasn't that good. But he's inside like Purgatory right now. So now we have UU to RU, which kind of scares me with a couple of these dudes. Especially the Torkoal. Like, that's really scary. Couldn't people do something like an RU set with Zard or Torkoal or something? I actually personally think that would be quite good instead of the Sun team. Yeah, since Zard's an RU-mon, right? Yeah. People are going to be using a lot of Sun teams instead of RU these days. But, yeah, Dugtrio dropped back down, or even more down. He was an OU-mon, but now he's an RU-mon, since he's useless without his Sand Trap ability. And then Corsola, always going to be annoying. But here's the meaningful ones from the drops, or the ones that I think are the most insane. We have Keldeo actually drop into UU, which I don't think is that big, since the Pokemon was never really a threat. Instead of OU, I never really got beat up by it too much. Specs didn't do that much damage to me personally, and it doesn't really have the best move selections to go by. It has like Secret Sword, Scald, Hydro Pump, and like Icy Wind. Pretty sure people use Icy Wind just to deal with the grass types or the dragon types, which is pretty funny. But then we have Pelipper. Pelipper dropped down to UU, which I can understand why he's not the best, but having those two weather setters being Pelipper and Torkoal dropping down is kind of scary. There might be some unlocked threats that become broken inside of these tiers, so maybe I'll try out RU and UU. Alright, let's go to the rises, the cool stuff, the epic stuff. Okay, so Little Cup to PU, we actually have the Marini. Now, Marini is the pre-evolution at Toxapex, since Toxapex is Toxapex. I kind of expected this thing to be like a PU-mon, kind of like a Pawniard, the pre-evolution of Bisharp is. But Marini was Little Cup for some reason, probably because it wasn't that good instead of the defenses, but it did drop up or get risen up to PU, so that's cool. I'm glad that thing's not going to be terrorizing people instead of Little Cup. Yeah, it was probably too good. Okay. Not fully evolved to PU, we have the Dusclops. Now, Dusclops, funny enough, is now finally inside the same tier as Dusknoir is evolution. But usually, Dusknoir is like untiered. It is assholes. It sucks dick. And its pre-evolution is better since it is like a VGC legend or something. It can go for Trick Room. It can go for like Taunt. No, not Taunt. There's a bunch of things this mon can do. Dusclops has it all. He's really tanky. He's a ghost type. And so much better than Dusknoir with Evo Light. But, yeah. He got risen up to PU since he was probably too good instead of NFE. But, ZU to PU. So, ZU is kind of like the, I don't really know. ZU doesn't have that many Pokemon inside of it. It has, like, Wailord and, like, yeah, a bunch of trash Pokemon down there. But, this Pokemon got risen up, which I think is pretty cool. It's good to see him actually doing something. I bet he was kind of like a threat inside of ZU or something. I've never seen a Dusclops do anything. It is not that good. But yeah, he's just kind of moving around through the tiers. But his ghost type counterpart, or another ghost type, is Gorgeist. I don't know if that's supersized or not. They don't specify, since the tiers actually like rank the Gorgeist depending on size. So like the shitty ones, like the really fat one that has like no speed, is down in like PU, and then like the really good ones, like the small ones or the extra small ones that actually have some decent speed, those are inside like NU, I think. So make sure you check out the sizes of the Gorgeist before you use them inside the tier. Pyukumuku, I think it's cool that he's in PU. I'm pretty sure he dropped down to ZU and then back up. I can only imagine how Pokemon would deal with Pyukumuku in ZU. Like, there's not that many good Pokemon down there. I doubt there's only like, I'm pretty sure there's only like 20 ZU Mons or something. Yeah, and then like you have to use like the not fully evolved Pokemon inside of there. ZU doesn't seem that fun to me. PU seems a lot more fun. But I can only imagine the pain you'd have to go through to take out a Pyukumuku with like a Wailord and all these trash mons. So luckily it's PU now. But yeah, Savali, it's a bug and its electric counterpart. I have never seen them used, so I guess maybe I'll see them more inside of PU, since there's some interesting types. The bug is not a really strong type, but electric could do something. NU to RU have the Drampa. It makes sense. It's pretty strong, but nothing really that crazy. Torkoal, we have a NU to RU. So it's luckily enough, we have the Generation 7 version exclusive mons, Drampa and Turbinator. They're both inside the RU tier, so they can enjoy themselves, you know, being counterparts. And then we actually have Xatu in OU, which is fine. Xatu is a strong mon, and Magic Bounce is a really, really strong ability, but I find it kind of sad, since Espeon is inside of UU right now. So is there like any actual reason to pick Xatu over Espeon? Well, it is a flying type, so I guess Xatu could have that kind of stuff if you wanted to. But I'm going to be using Espeon since I prefer that mon as a Magic Bouncer. Hopefully this thing maybe goes back to RU, since I think he's better there. But he was probably too good. And, oh boy. Let's talk about the next one. This is the funny one. I don't understand this. Is this a typo? Is this a mistake? Why the fuck is Shuckle going from PU to OU? Was this a joke? Was this set up? Did Smogon decide to play a joke on people? I'm just going to assume they didn't, and this is real, since this is on their official Twitter page. That says PU to OU. This mon jumped from the trash tier to OU. As you guys saw inside of the legendary usage stats for OU, this mon was like 32, which is pretty good for a PU mon, but I don't know why this mon was inside of PU. It is like the best Sticky Webber in the game. It has like no offensive capabilities besides like going for Final Gambit. Personally, I prefer using Ribombee, since I like Moonblasting, maybe even Quiver Dancing along with my Sticky Web. But I guess Shuckle just decided he wanted to set up Sticky Web instead of fucking OU, and only OU, since that means he can't be used in PU, in NU, in RU, in UU. A bunch of tiers just got chopped out for this poor guy. He's gonna be so lonely. But hopefully he's used more. Like, maybe I'll put him on my team. Maybe we'll get this Pokemon to Ubers. This has to be an Ubers Pokemon. I challenge you guys. Start using this Pokemon so much that he has to be banned. He is like ascended. He has to go into Anything Goes. I want Shuckle in Anything Goes. I want him to be up there with Arceus. Actually, Arceus isn't Anything Goes. That's like Rayquaza. God fucking damn it. Okay, and then the last one, the UUBL to OU. So, we only have two, being the Primarina, which is like fully acceptable. Inside the usage stats, that thing was like 20 or something. Super strong, and then we have the Alolan Ninetales. Makes sense. I'm pretty sure this thing was inside of UU. And then they finally realized how annoying Aurora Veil is. So I think those two Pokemon are only gonna like climb it up. But I'm really happy on this. Especially the Dracovish thing. I am sick and tired of that mon. Just ruining my day, even though I only play national decks. But trust me guys, I will be doing more OU battles with actual teams. Like, no meme teams, no like, oh, I'm going to use Barbarical. Oh, I'm going to use Patravisu. No, I'm going to do full OU teams very soon, guys. I'm going to try to get this video out the day of or the day after. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching and keep on looking for my videos.